Welcome back to the Daily Manchester United channel. Before the video starts, please subscribe and share with your friends. Glory, glory Man United, and happy watching. Raphael Varane opens up on life in the Premier League with Man United. Manchester United have endured an inconsistent start to the campaign, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side failing to win their last 2 Premier League games after winning 4 out of their opening 5 fixtures. Furthermore, the Old Trafford club is out of this season's Carabao Cup whilst their Champions League future hangs in the balance after starting the group phase with 1 win and 1 loss, with the defeat coming against Swiss Minnows Young Boys. Perhaps more surprising than anything else has been United's defensive frailties, with David de Gea forced to roll back the years and rescue his side on a number of occasions. 4-time Champions League winner Raphael Varane has only started a handful of games for United but has impressed in his brief stay so far at the club. The 28-year-old is on international duty with France and has given an update on his first couple of weeks at his new club, insisting he is very happy after leaving Real Madrid to join the Premier League. "I'm very happy with the start of this adventure," Varane told L'Équipe via Sport Witness. "The Premier League is a league known for its intensity. There's a different atmosphere, a different general mentality regarding football. It's a different approach and a different experience for me. I'm taking pleasure in playing, going out of my comfort zone, finding new bearing with my teammates. It's a different way of defending and it's super interesting for me." Raphael Varane put on the spot over Kylian Mbappé future. Manchester United star Raphael Varane showcased his excellent defensive skills during a press conference today. Varane is on international duty with France and he was put on the spot when asked about the hot topic dominating French football at present, Kylian Mbappé's future. Varane was specifically asked what his advice to Mbappé would be. The Manchester United defender showed his grace by expertly sidestepping the question. Varane was quoted by Ouest France, "His future, it is he who decides and at the maturity to choose with his relatives. He has his head on his shoulders and he knows what he wants. It is not my role to advise him or to take a decision for him." Varane was also asked about Real Madrid's current on-pitch troubles after their Champions League defeat to Sheriff Tiraspol. The United defender responded, via Le 10 Sport, "I know the possible criticisms because there is a very high requirement. Even being first, there is a requirement. The response is collective. The big topic when France go away for international fixtures is usually Paul Pogba's future." Manchester United fans have become accustomed to an interview, often mistranslated or exploited by the media, talking up the possibility of Pogba leaving. It's early days in this international break, but this time around there is nothing so far. We won't get too carried away. But perhaps the French media are so preoccupied with Mbappé they will forget to quiz Pogba on his plans. Marcus Rashford's timely return will relieve some pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Although an improvement on last season has been made, Manchester United have still started the new campaign in worse shape than many expected. So far this season, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has failed to nail down the first-choice frontline, with Jadon Sancho and Paul Pogba both taking turns on the left-hand side whilst Mason Greenwood has played half of his games on the right wing and the other half as the side's centre-forward. Following the tournament, he underwent surgery on that troublesome shoulder and is now believed to be recovering ahead of schedule. Rashford has missed all of United's games so far this season but could be back in contention against Leicester after this week's international break, the club has confirmed on Manchester United's official website. The pressure on Solskjaer is intensifying by the day and the Norwegian boss will be happy to see the return of his star winger, and Rashford's return to fitness could also relieve some of the pressure on Solskjaer. The Wythenshawe-born winger is essential to Solskjaer's plans at United, and should he return in good stead, it's likely United's forward line will be nailed down sooner rather than later. Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo are near givens in the side, and they are likely to be sandwiched by Sancho and Rashford. Mason Greenwood's electric start to the season offers United the chance to switch things up, whilst Pogba and Anthony Martial both offer something different should United need them. At 23, Rashford remains one of Europe's most productive young wingers, and despite boasting a spectacular record, which includes 100 goals, he is unfairly overlooked by many. Man United considering 2 big-name replacements for Solskjaer, but one is already eyeing another job. Manchester United are reportedly considering two big-name replacements for the struggling Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The Red Devils have made a poor start to the season despite heavy investment in their squad in recent times, and it now looks like there is growing pressure on Solskjaer. According to Toto Fichages, former Inter Milan boss Antonio Conte looks the most likely candidate to come in, though the report also mentions interest in former Real Madrid manager Zinedine Zidane. They add, however, that Zidane already has his eye on the French national team job in the future, so is willing to snub the likes of Man United to wait for that vacancy to become available. Many MUFC fans would surely take either Conte or Zidane given their experience at the very highest level. Solskjaer, by comparison, looked a slightly risky choice when he took over at Old Trafford due to having never held a position anywhere like as competitive as this one. Conte and Zidane have both managed big clubs and won some of the most prestigious prizes in world football, so might now be required to take this United side to the next level. Ex-Red Devil defends Ronaldo over full-time reaction versus Everton. Last weekend saw Manchester United stutter across the line against Everton. The Norwegian opted to rotate 5 players, including Fred coming in place of Paul Pogba and Edinson Cavani starting ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo. The hugely controversial decision to resign Ronaldo to the Red Devils bench has sparked criticism including from legendary former manager Sir Alex Ferguson. Despite Solskjaer opting to introduce Ronaldo with around 30 minutes left to play, the Portuguese megastar was unable to replicate his late goal-scoring heroics against Villarreal and, like his teammates, had to accept a disappointing draw. Following the team's poor result, the star attacker was then spotted leaving the Old Trafford pitch muttering under his breath and shaking his head, clearly frustrated. However, while some have questioned the attacker's reaction, former player Luke Chadwick, who spoke exclusively to Court Offside, has leapt to the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner's defense. "I think it's hard to hide emotions, hard to trap emotions," Chadwick said. "I don't think any of us know what the frustration was really about. It might have been at himself, or at the team, or the manager. No one really knows. Obviously the spotlight is on him, but you can understand his frustration. It was a poor result and they nearly lost the game too, and he also probably didn't have the impact he'd have wanted when he came on." Man United targeting new right-back as 2 title winners linked. Manchester United bought in several top players earlier this summer, including re-signing of star forward Cristiano Ronaldo, but one position the side failed to reinforce was the right-back area. However, according to recent reports, that could be set to change in the coming transfer windows as the club's recruitment team continue to sound out some of the sport's best fullbacks. That's according to a recent report from 90 Minutes, who claims the Red Devils would like to provide more competition for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Atletico Madrid's Kieran Trippier was heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford. However, the La Liga champion's price tag, understood to be within the region of £30 million, posed too big of an obstacle and consequently meant a move failed to materialise. It has since been reported that in an attempt to scout alternatives to the experienced England international, the Red Devils have identified Rangers duo James Tavernier, 29, and Nathan Patterson, 19, as possible options. Both players have recently won the Scottish Premiership under manager Steven Gerrard. Patterson, in particular, is considered one of the brightest talents in Europe. Another player reportedly on the club's shortlist is Norwich City's Max Aarons. However, United aren't the only top club interested in the Englishman, with rivals Manchester City also in the mix. The same outlet also notes that should Ole Gunnar Solskjaer successfully bring in a new right-back, Diogo Dalot may be allowed to leave.